a little bit spicy, spicy, spicy.
Hi, how are you? The question we're going to be answering today is, what is Eomm? All information will be pulled from the Activision patent US 20160005270A1/EN. Link is down in the description. We shall start with the abstract. A system and method is provided that drives microtransactions in multiplayer video games. The system may include a microtransaction arrange matches to influence game-related purchases. For instance, the system may match a more expert / marquee player with a junior player to encourage the junior player to make game-related purchases of items possessed, used by the marquee player. A junior player may wish to emulate the marquee player by obtaining weapons or other items used by the marquee player. But what exactly does this mean? I will put that same text that I just read aloud into AI to make it easier to understand.
Here's a clearer, more conversational version of the text. This system is designed to encourage microtransactions in multiplayer video games. It works by setting up matches in a way that influences in-game purchases. For example, it might pair a highly skilled or well-known player with a less experienced one. The idea is that the junior player might feel inspired to buy the weapons or items used by the expert player in an effort to emulate them. Let me know if you'd like any further tweaks.
What I gather from what the AI just read is that it is not a simple matchmaking process that just pairs people up skill on skill. It is designed to sell products. And there's even more information here in the patent. More malicious ways to sell product. While exploring the patent, you'll come across various figures and graphics, such as Fig 1A. This figure outlines the different engines involved in the matchmaking process, including the scoring engine, analytics and feedback engine, pipeline engine, microtransaction engine, and the UI engine. Additionally, in the top right corner, there's a section labeled Peripherals, which I believe refers to crossplay. It highlights the different input methods, mouse and keyboard, controller, and how these are factored into matchmaking. Disturbed yet? This graphic is probably the most egregious example. In Figure 8, it starts with a box at the top that says, "Identify item that may be relevant to a first player." Below that, another box says, "Identify a second player that possesses the item." Next, there is a box that says, "Tune match variables and/or coefficients to match the first and second players." An arrow leads down to another box that says, "Match first and second players." From there, it connects to a diamond-shaped box with the question, "First player purchase item?" If the answer is no, it says, "Update player profile to indicate non-purchase." If the answer is yes, it says, "Place first player in a gameplay session for which the item is effective." Scrolling down to page 1 to the section titled Background of the Invention, paragraph 6, it says, "Some systems may automatically group or match players based solely on a limited number of hard-coded characteristics, e.g. skill level, which are not dynamically adjusted. Such systems may create a hard set of segregated pools of players. For example, in some conventional systems, a player who has a certain skill level may never be matched with a player of a higher skill level, which may result in one-dimensional and unsatisfying gameplay." I will also put this into AI to have an easier to understand version of what we just read.
Here's a more readable version of the text. Some systems automatically group players based on a few fixed characteristics, like skill level, without adjusting over time. This approach can create rigid groups where players are stuck in separate pools. For example, in traditional systems, a player at one skill level might never be matched with someone at a higher level. This can lead to predictable and less enjoyable gameplay. Let me know if you'd like any more refinements.
Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad, but there's more to read. To the next paragraph. 7. Furthermore, conventional systems fail to assess the quality of gameplay used to tune matchmaking processes to optimize player combinations. Conventional systems also fail to reserve gameplay sessions for players in a way that minimizes the time that a player must wait to be matched. Conventional systems further fail to leverage matchmaking processes in other contexts, such as influencing game-related purchases, suggesting group formations, training, identifying non-playable characters, and/or otherwise extending the use of matchmaking process. These and other drawbacks exist with current matchmaking processes utilized in multiplayer video games. Same goes for this one. I'm going to dump it into AI.
Here's a clearer, easier to read version. Traditional systems don't evaluate the quality of gameplay to improve matchmaking and create better player pairings. They also don't minimize wait times for players to be matched or use matchmaking in other ways, like encouraging in-game purchases, forming groups, training non-player characters, or expanding matchmaking to other contexts. These limitations highlight the shortcomings of current matchmaking systems in multiplayer games. Let me know if you need further adjustments.
What this all means, I'm not exactly sure. I just know it's not good for Call of Duty, and it's not good for the player base. It looks pretty bad, and there's more in this patent that looks pretty bad as well. So if you read it, just leave your thoughts below and maybe we can form more of a discussion about it. Anyways, you have a wonderful day and thanks Activision, I appreciate that. Just spreading awareness.